and welcome back to the Optimized Podcast, the show that where we explore the evolving world of marketing to help early career professionals stay ahead of the curve. In today's episode, we are kicking off a special two-part mini-series focusing on career advice for digital marketing new grads. So we know that graduation season is coming up, and I know that many students are actively job hunting or preparing to step into their first full-time role. But let's be real. Things in marketing right now, with AI's influence, looked very different today than what they looked like a couple years ago. So, since AI is rapidly becoming a part of daily marketing workflows, from writing copies to analyzing marketing campaign performance, and actually, this leaves many new grads wondering, will AI take over the job I've been looking towards to work on? Am I entering an industry that's shrinking as I'm stepping into it? And most importantly, how do I stand out in a world where AI can already do a part of my job? To help us answer these questions and offer practical advice, I am thrilled to welcome back Dylan, a digital marketer who's not only built a successful career over the past 5 years, but has also adopted in real time as AI entered the industry. Welcome back.
Thank you, Guy. Excited to be back.
Yay. So let's jump right in. I think a lot of new grads are feeling a bit anxious right now, not just because the job market is competitive for sure, but also because of this looming sense that AI is kind of reshaping the entry level digital marketer roles that they're expecting to do. So, from your perspective, what are some biggest challenges that digital marketing new grads might face as they're entering the workforce today? Especially like with AI becoming more integrated into the day-to-day marketing tasks.
I think it would be learning new tools, especially AI tools, and being able to integrate them into your daily tasks. As you mentioned, getting comfortable navigating, this AI landscape and utilizing AI when it comes to, your daily work, copyright within digital marketing for blogs, social posts, things of that nature, graphics within some company. The biggest challenge is just getting comfortable with AI and being able to use it on a daily basis.
We've talked about the challenges, but on the flip side of that, with challenges always come opportunities. I think one thing our listeners would probably want to hear is that how do you stay competitive and relevant as a new grad entering this shifting landscape? So what advice would you give to students or current job seekers who are about to start their first role in digital marketing? For example, like how can they position themselves in a way that highlight their value, especially when AI tools are already doing parts of their jobs?
Yeah, I think the first thing is just getting familiar with various AI tools. There's a lot of them out there, but ChatGPT, Grok, other large AI tools, get familiar, be able to use them, and be able to adapt on the fly. I think being prepared to learn and adapt with these tools is one of the more sought out for thing with these young digital marketers. Your boss wants you to be able to take a new tool, even if it's a different one in a new week, and go from there. Also, don't get stuck in one way of doing something. Be able to use AI and find various ways of coming to the same conclusion that you might have been able to get to just with your human creativity.
Mhm. That's very valid. Um, I'm thinking of something that I've heard from some of my peers or, fellow recent grad is that, the job descriptions on LinkedIn or on Handshake or Indeed, they've changed a lot. So roles that used to focus on like content creation now do mention the usage of AI tools, analytic platforms, or most importantly, like automation software. So from what you've seen, are entry level roles today different from what they were a couple years ago, for example, compared to where you started? And if so, what are some skill sets or mindsets that you think the new grads need to develop to really adapt to these changes in the career market?
Yeah, I think the landscape's definitely different. When I was applying, around 4 or 5 years ago, I wasn't seeing any of that within the job searches. But today is a little different. I use AI on a daily to weekly um, basis. And I think the biggest mindset that these students and aspiring digital marketers should have is, in the end, it's all going to be about humans leading AI and not AI leading humans. So get familiar, be able to use AI to its fullest, and deliver the best combination of the two. So don't rely on AI, but be able to use it to assist yourself. I think that's the mindset that these digital marketers should have moving into their careers. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And we all know that, there's definitely a lot of fear out there about like AI replacing jobs, no matter which industry it's in. But there's also this narrative that, AI is just a tool, like you mentioned, and those who learn to use it will actually have a competitive edge, which is also what you brought up, which is amazing. So eventually, what would you say to new grads who feel a bit like overwhelmed or threatened by AI? Like how can they shift their perspective and learn how to use AI as an advantage in their early career?
Yeah, I mean, I would say don't be scared of it. I personally don't think it will take our jobs because human creativity is the key element to digital marketing, and to business in general. AI can and will assist humans and make things better. So if you're afraid of it and not willing to use it, then you might get passed upon, and that's why it's all about being able to be a human driven AI supported marketer.
Yeah,
That's yeah,
definitely.
that's
Yeah,
sort of
it's like
objective.
yeah, I definitely think like evading from the problem or insisting on not learning, not acknowledging, or, just refuse to adapt to the trend is probably not the way to go. Because, in my personal opinion, AI is a surging wave that's likely gonna, continue its presence. So Dylan, thank you so much for joining us today and share your insights. And here's to our listeners. If you're finishing school soon or you're very deep into the job hunting route, I hope this episode gave you both clarity and some confidence. So stay tuned for the second part of this mini series. And we'll dive deep into some more specific skills and tools that digital marketing new grads will be building into their future proof careers. So thanks for listening to this episode, and we hope to see you next time. Thanks for coming again, Dylan.
Of course. Thanks for having me.